I'm Krista and you're watching Amiens house. Today, let's see what's happening in the reno. Happy New Year everyone, 2022. Can't believe we made it. It's actually 10 days into the new year and I didn't give you an update at all in December, but we have been busy, and so I thought I would just take you around and you can see what we've been doing. You can see the lines of drywall. This is for the attic, and you can also kind of see we have a new thermostat, which is the geothermal. It is up and working, but if we keep it below the furnace that's outside, then I guess it doesn't kick in and it won't be a problem with any of the construction. I think every time we talk to them we get a bit of a different story, so hopefully we don't end up with any problems, but it's all hooked up and working. The one upstairs is almost hooked up. It has everything, as far as I know, set up. It just hasn't been turned on. So we'll turn you around and let's go see what we've been doing upstairs. All right, so we'll head up the stairs, and as you can see, as we get to the top, we have drywall, which means behind that drywall, all the electrical is done, the spray foam is done, and then we were ready for drywall. So every room's been drywalled, all the closet and everything. And we're just in the process now of removing all the drywall that is not necessary. This is the only room that's changed. If you'll remember from before, the end of the closet, it went in, and then there was another little door there that took us to the front room. We have closed that off, so this is now the back wall of the closet that's on the other room. So the door is still there from the other room, but instead of coming into this room, it now is a closet. So all 4 bedrooms have closets, and they're all exactly the same size. So that's our all exciting fancy drywall. For anyone who's curious, those are our heating ducts from upstairs, because the HVAC comes from upstairs and not from the basement. Normally you would have an HVAC heat vent there. They're in the ceilings. And then that one is the cold air return. So that is the bedroom area. The bathroom and this hallway, this is where we made the biggest change, where the stairs used to go straight, if you want to look back on old videos. So we've turned them, and this is now the door of the bathroom. Now that you can see it with the drywall, and the bathroom looks so different now with the drywall. There will be a shower there and a bath over here. Mackenzie was up here in the sun one day doing some cross stitch and having a view. We'll see, the sun's really bright this morning, so the view out the window, which will be lovely. So that's the drywall on the bedroom floor. So we'll head up the stairs to the attic, and as you can see, the drywall has been done halfway up. This is our monstrosity of an HVAC system. We thought it would be really tiny because they said it would be tiny, and I suppose compared to some of them, they might be tiny, but we were not expecting it to be as ginormous as this. We're glad it fit because it just fits this space, but we're excited. And as you can see, we have walls up here. So our neighbor, Dave, who is just amazing, came over the holidays and helped me build all these walls and put my door to my office in. He helped build this wall for the panel and all the walls around the stairs. And this, my friends, was a puzzle. And thank goodness we had Dave, who was up for the challenge, because we wouldn't have been able to do it without him for sure. So if you remember in past videos, Jeff had to build out I think they're called the trusses for the roof, so that they were all level, so that when you look down them, like if we go like this, they're all level when you sight it, for all those who like to sight. So that the roof was all level to itself. And then you'll recall the many hours taken to level each of the floor beams so that this floor would be level. What we did not do, Jeff and I, not realizing because we were not contractors, is that we leveled the floor out to roughly where we thought the knee walls would go. And the floor was level to itself and the ceiling was level to itself, but we did not take into account leveling the floor to the ceiling, nor squaring up this plywood part to the outer part of the house. Because the house is square, we just didn't stop the floor square with the outer part of the house. I hope that makes sense. So what happened was, when Dave and I went to make the walls, this one, it's easier to show over here. So this wall on this side is taller than the wall on the other side. And then as you can see at the end, we didn't take the floor far enough out. So this wall at the end is a lot taller. And we had to tweak the wall just a little bit so that when we put flooring in, it will look square. So each one of these was measured specifically, but they were not the same height because of the slight tilts that we had to do. And only someone that is experienced as Dave and who loves the challenge, because it was a puzzle, every piece was a puzzle, and I would have never been able to figure out these corners or anything. So I'm so unbelievably thankful for Dave to be able to come and help me do this. And so it's been very good. The only thing we have left to do is that wall that's along the HVAC, and we have to put a panel in there so we can access the HVAC. And the reason that we can't put that in yet is because we have to carry all this drywall up, and it doesn't turn well with that wall in there. So we have to clean this up, get it down, get the drywall up, and then Dave and I can build that last wall. You can also see that the electricians have been back up here. They have a little bit more left to do. The panel is half started, it's not finished, which you might have picked up when I showed you the panel previously. So it's almost hooked up. And then once that's done, we can have the drywaller come back, and we're on to drywalling up here. So in other news around here, animals are good. No new difference with them. We are getting eggs, actually. That is new and different. We added a flock block. If you follow me on social media, you would have seen that Mackenzie and I made a flock block, and we are now in eggs, which is super exciting to have eggs back. We had mostly brown eggs. We haven't had any blue eggs or any different colored eggs yet. So those young layers need to get going. Our old ladies are showing their worth for sure right now. But it is nice to have our eggs coming back. And so they're all right and doing well. It's cold right now, but they're nice and toasty with their deep bedding. We keep adding it, and it's warm in their little coop, so that's nice. Pigs are all good. We did take Walter and Bacon at the end of December, and we have had some Walter and Bacon. We had some ground pork one night, and we tried their sausage one morning. Very good, both. We got a lot less than we thought we would. We thought we would, with 2 full-size pigs, we thought we would get more, but we didn't. So that was a good experience before we sold them. The idea was that we were going to sell this pork, but it's good to know how much they're going to get before we do go into the selling of the pasture pork. It's delicious, a little bit fattier than we would have thought, I guess, but we're also not big pork eaters, so it's just getting used to having that much grease. And I think that's it. We've started back homeschooling in our area. I have to change my arm. In our area, we've gone back to online learning, and so we have moved back to homeschooling, and we will be doing that for the rest of the year. And it's going well so far, and the kids are enjoying it, so everybody's calmer, I think, and it just suits our lifestyle a lot better. So we're back to homeschooling. I'm about to make fodder for the chickens and the pigs for their afternoon feed to get them some greens and just bulk them up a little bit. So if you follow me on social media, you'll see me go through that on a daily basis, and I'll kind of keep you up, and I'll hopefully do a video all together here on YouTube so you can see how that all works out and how to grow some fodder if you have your own animals. So that's it for around here. I hope you take some time to simply breathe, and I'll catch you on the next one.